First of all, good evening, Sicklers and anybody else that may be watching this. Um, I really don't know what to call this video because it's not, well, it's basically a rant, but also just some deep feelings that I've been having today. Um, and so I just really want to talk about it because I know we have all, as Sicklers, have experienced this. And basically, anybody that's going through any type of chronic illness I know is have experienced this type of situation or is going through this type of thing or feeling this way or whatever. But I was on Facebook and I was looking at some videos of different people, and it was basically people that have been going through things in their life or are going through things in their life, and they're coming out trying to be themselves and they're trying to be who they want to be, their own individual, instead of trying to be in the crowd and be what everybody else want them to be or whatever. And they were talking about the struggles that they've been going through and the emotional drain that it has taken that they have taken on, and the drainage of the mentally that they're going through and everything. And it got me to thinking about um the things that us sicklers go through as far as mentally being drained, emotionally being drained, physically being drained, everything. And then also on that note, a sickler, another sickler got in contact with me and sent me a message and asked me, he basically told me that, he's gone through what I'm talking about. He's emotionally and mentally drained because he's gone through so much and he's been going through so much in the last couple of months. And he has a girlfriend, he said, that stands by him through everything that he goes through. And he also has a young daughter. And he said that he eats right, he tries to live right. He takes his meds, everything that we basically need to do to keep ourselves healthy. He does. And he's just wondering what else can he do to keep from being so mentally and emotionally drained. And at first, I really didn't know how to answer the question because I'm thinking to myself, well, everything that you're telling me you're doing, you know, no matter what we do, we as sickness, we're going to be emotionally and physically and mentally drained anyways because of the sickness. But then I got to thinking, I was like, it's okay to be mentally and emotionally drained every now and then. You know what I'm saying? Not saying this, well, let me take that back. Not saying that it is okay, but to just know that that's going to happen. Either way, no matter what you do, that's going to happen. So it's not to say to look forward to that, but just know that somewhere down the line, you're going to get emotionally and mentally drained. It's going to take a toll on your life. The things you go through and the things that you have to endure with sickle cell is going to take a big toll on your life. And know that, eating right and taking your meds and living a right lifestyle, as far as what I mean by living a right lifestyle, eating right, exercise, and all that type of stuff. Just know that no matter what, you're still going to have that drainage on you. It's going to be attached to your life. But at the same time, like I told him, continue to do those things. And like I'm telling everybody else, continue to do those things. Continue to eat right. Continue to try to live the best healthy life as you can. Continue to exercise. Continue to take your meds. Continue to stay hydrated, and all that. But also take time to yourself. Everything that we go through, sometimes we don't take out time, especially if you're a mother or a father, or you have responsibilities, whatever, and you have somebody else that you have to take care of. Sometimes we don't take enough time out for ourselves, and we have to do that from time to time. So at times, take time to just meditate. And what I mean by meditate, you don't have to necessarily just do everything when it comes to meditation that there is. But I mean, a good 10, 15 minutes by yourself, in a room by yourself, or taking a walk by yourself, just time to yourself to just sit and think, let your mind wander, take a deep breath, let it out, whatever. You will see how much calmness that will put over your body, how much calmness that will give you yourself. Excuse me. Me, myself, I do this. I take time out to myself. Actually, I take a lot of time out to myself. And yes, I have someone I have to take care of. I have my daughter. But, when she's in her own little space, plan or whatever, that is my alone time. I take time to take a deep breath. I take time to, just let it all sink in. Okay, Timmy, this is what you have been through. This is what you're going to go through. This is what you're going to have to look forward to. I try to take time to myself, not necessarily to ease myself from what I've been through, but also to gather my mind and get myself together to prepare myself for what I'm about to go through. Always being prepared is another thing. Excuse me. Always being prepared to know that somewhere down the line, it may be tomorrow, it may be next month for some of us, it may be within the next 5 minutes, whatever. Just know that a crisis is going to hit. But when the crisis hits, know that you are ready and prepared to handle it and to take it on. Yes, it's going to hurt like heck. Yes, you may cry, you may fuss, you may fight, you may cuss, you may do whatever. There's no telling what you're going to do when a crisis comes on. But have your mind together and be prepared to fight that fight. We have to. We have to be like that every single day. We have to know every single day that we wake up. We have to have our mind ready. Okay, today could be a day when I can have a crisis. The next minute could be the next time when I have a crisis or when I may have to go through whatever. Always try to be prepared. And no, you cannot be prepared for a crisis. I know that sounds crazy when me saying always try to be prepared. But at the same time, you can be kind of prepared, knowing and having your mind set and saying, yes, I know that a crisis is going to come on eventually. So I know that I have to prepare to fight this fight. Next thing, there is nothing wrong. And I know we always say all the time, when you're going through a crisis or whatever, stay strong, never give up. No, never give up. I'm not telling you to ever give up. Never, ever, ever, ever give up. But from time to time, it is okay to have yourself a pity party. And what I mean by that is, at time to time, it is okay to sit there and bawl like a little baby. It is okay to be mad at the world. It is okay. Because at time to time, you are going to need that energy. I, myself, sit and I cry to myself. That helps me get through it, because if I steady hold everything in and just steady pack it down inside, one day I'm going to explode. I'm going to explode at the wrong time, and I'm going to explode on the wrong person. I may explode at the time when I'm going through a terrible crisis, and I may explode on the person that is taking care of me, and that is not a good time. So, again, I say, from time to time, it is okay to throw yourself a pity party. As a matter of fact, put yourself on a VIP list. Be at that party all by yourself. Do not invite anybody else. Do not throw that party when anybody else is around. You do not want the loved ones, your loved ones, the one that take care of you, or even so far as your children. You do not want them to see you throwing a pity party for yourself. Because for one, honestly, don't nobody want to come to a pity party. No, they don't. We don't hand out invitations for a pity party. No. Nobody's going to buy you a gift for a pity party. Nobody's going to celebrate a pity party. So, when you throw that pity party, you be by yourself. Do not let anybody else be around you when you're having that party. You cry alone. When you want to get mad at the world, when you have to fuss, cuss, well, again, whatever it is that you have to do, however it is that you handle your situation, do it by yourself and when you are alone. Because your loved ones, your loved ones hate to see you suffer, for one. Furthermore, they will hate to have to sit around and watch you throw yourself a pity party, because that's only going to make them hurt more. That's only going to make them feel worse than what they already feel, because they see you having to go through the pain that you're having to go through. And third of all, I don't want my baby looking at me saying, Mommy, what is wrong? Why are you crying? Because my baby is very emotional. And when she see Mommy crying, she doesn't like that. She runs to me, Mommy, what's wrong? Why are you crying? And she will start crying, because my baby has been around me plenty of times with having seizures and passing out and everything. And so with just me and her by herself. So she have seen me go through a lot and endure a lot. And so now when things like that happen, Even though she's sad to say that she's used to it, even though she's only 5, she's used to it, but at the same time, she's still a baby. So therefore, it still scares her. So no, I'm not gonna sit around and throw a little pity party and cry and everything else while she's sitting here watching me. But I will throw a pity party to myself, or for myself, by myself, should I say. I don't have that pity party every day. I don't throw that pity party every day. I may throw myself a little pity party maybe once every 3 months, if that. Sometimes, or should I say, within this last year, it has been very, very rough. Um, Rougher than it's been in a while. And so I threw my pity party a lot when it first started this last year. But then I got a hold of myself. And I was like, Tiffany, you're better than this. You can do better than this. You know better than this. You already know or knew that there were things that you were going to have to go through. You needed to be prepared. And at that point in time, I wasn't prepared because I had got, laid back. I was comfortable with, okay, I'm having a crisis every now and then. I'm good to go. I don't have to worry about it. When it comes on, I'm good. Comes, I get it out the way. I go on my minutes. But this last year, it hasn't been like that. Every time I turn around, it was crisis after crisis, surgery after surgery, something after something. And I just couldn't get a hang of it. I couldn't get a hold on it. I couldn't get my emotions together. I couldn't get my thoughts together. I didn't know what was going on. So I decided to have a little talk with my mom about, when I pass on, what I wanted her to do. And I thought about after I had that talk with her, that's when things got really real to me. Like, okay, it's like I'm preparing myself for something, which we already know everybody has to die. Nobody lives forever. But it's just a thought of, saying, okay, I'm really preparing my mom for what may happen to me down the line. But I had to think about it. It's going to happen. So why not be prepared? And that's why I started getting my mind more prepared for things that were going to happen. And so I just say that, even though we are emotionally and physically drained and mentally drained, let's be prepared. Take time to meditate. Take time to pray. That's another big thing. I don't know if you pray or if you don't pray. Me, I pray. Me, I talk to the Lord. I tell him all about my problems. So therefore, I pray a lot. And I find that praying and having a relationship with my Lord and Savior, that I'm able to endure a lot. I'm able to deal with it and shake it off and keep on going. But if that's not your thing, then hey, that's not your thing. That's my thing. You have your thing, I have mine. But I'm just saying, if you do, pray. Once you meditate, you pray, have yourself a little pity party, and then go on and shake it off and leave it at that and keep on going. Because we are, again, going to be mentally, physically, and emotionally drained. And for those that are taking care of us, if you are watching this, if you are somebody that takes care of a sick or takes care of somebody else that has a chronic illness, know that we are and will be physically, emotionally, and mentally drained. So if we fuss at you, or if we say something out of the way, or we do something out of the way, please don't take it to heart. It's not that we're trying to be nasty or we're trying to be mean. It's just that we're going through something. We just need you to understand. Give us a moment. Let us get our thoughts together, and then we'll be back to normal. And for those that may be like me and may go off for a moment, I apologize for them. um, but anyways, that was my little thing that I was thinking about, or should I say, that has been on my mind today. Again, like I said, it was just the fact of that person reaching out to me, and it's nice to be reached out from another sickler and ask, well, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, what can I do to make it even better, whatever. It's nice to be able to give an answer to somebody for something that they're searching for, that you are going through the same thing. And I'm happy that he did reach out to me, because like I said, I was looking at videos and stuff of other people that have been going through some things, and they're just emotionally, physically, and mentally drained. And I just know that us as sicklers, that's the way that we are 24/7. And we unfortunately have to look forward to that. And it's sad to say it like that, but it's the truth. And I would like to think that when we have to look forward to those things, or when we have to deal with that situation, that we are in some way prepared for it. Be prepared for well, be prepared for the hardest battle you ever want to fight. And be prepared every single day, every minute of the hour. Because this is our life. This is what we have to deal with. Unfortunately, it's nasty, it's sad, but it's the truth. Now, I hope that you sicklers have had a great day, and I hope that you are pain free. Unfortunately, me myself, I am not pain free. I have not been pain free today. This AVN in my hip is killing me, and my shoulder is still kind of messed up from my surgery, but to God be the glory, I'm alive. So, again, I say to you, one love, my fellow warriors. I love you, and I hope that you will have a better day tomorrow if you did not have one today. God bless and good night.